The Empty Pot. Many years ago in China, there was an emperor who had no children. As he grew old, he needed to choose someone to take over his throne when he died. He decided to hold a contest. He invited every boy who wanted to be emperor to the palace. Many boys came to the palace. The emperor gave each boy one seed to plant.
The boy who grows the biggest plant will become the next emperor,
he declared. One of the boys, a poor boy called Chen, was a very good gardener. He always worked hard, weeding and watering his garden. Chen took his seed home very carefully. Chen planted his seed in a pot and watered it every day. All the other boys in his village did the same. But as time passed, there was no sign of Chen's seed growing. One day, a boy called Wei told everyone in the village that his seed was growing quickly. He boasted about how big his plant would be. Wei was sure he would be emperor because nobody else's seed was growing at all. As time passed, all the boys in the village started to talk about how well their seeds were growing. But still, the seed in Chen's pot did not grow. As months went by, the other boys' plants grew tall and leafy. Still, Chen's seed did not grow. He tried putting it in a bigger pot, but nothing happened. We laughed at Chen and his empty pot. Chen decided to ask his parents for advice. They simply told him that he was caring for the seed as well as he could. After 6 months, the emperor called all the boys back to the palace. The other boys arrived carrying huge plants covered in leaves, flowers and fruits. Chen only had his empty pot. But when the emperor saw Chen's empty pot, he smiled.
The seeds I gave you had all been cooked. None of them could grow into anything,
the emperor told the other boys.
Chen is the only honest boy among you. He shall be the next emperor.
So Chen and his family moved into the palace and lived happily ever after. And when Chen grew up, he became one of the greatest emperors that China had ever seen. The end. Many traditional stories have a moral. This is a lesson you can learn from the story. The moral of this story is that it is better to be honest than to cheat. Honesty will bring real rewards.